John and Sarge in the car. Here we are at Canal Park here in Duluth, Minnesota. And we're waiting for Becky, otherwise known as Wanna Wander on YouTube. And I'll put a link to that there. I'm just going to show you Becky Wanna Wander's channel. Here you go right here. And let's just look at the videos real quick that she's got on here. Hot Springs. She had a bad experience with some police in Idaho. A few other things. Yeah, so anyway, she's got lots of videos on here you could check out sometime. She's coming here. She's passing through town on her way back to the East Coast and stopping by here to visit me, hang out a little bit. We're going to go to Grandma's here and probably go look out at the water and stuff, I'm sure. Yeah, Becky, because I had met her like on YouTube a while back. She was putting comments on my videos and vice versa, and then I did hang out with her at the RTR 2019 and then Slab City just for a little bit. But the last time I saw her, it was like in the middle of the desert, the dusty desert. What a different place we're in here with the lake here. Yeah, right, there's Becky. She's gonna park over there. Right, hello. Okay. Okay. There we go. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. This is gonna be like seeing through Becky's eyes. She's never seen this before, and see how she likes it. And that's salt. That's fresh water. You can totally drink that stuff, and we do drink it every day. Yeah. Yeah, it's the largest freshwater lake in the world. Yeah.
Come out pretty good.
Yeah, Becky's sitting at Grandma's, yeah. So where are you going after this? You're going to Michigan, right?
Yeah, I'm going to go to Michigan. It's just around the other lake.
Yeah, it's not always big waves, but it's like it depends on how much the wind is. I think like the ocean seems like it's always big, pretty big waves, but this is like it can be pretty calm out here. Yeah, look at that, going through the canal there.
You have to take little clips and put them together because that's much fun.
Oh yeah, that's what we do. Oh yeah, yeah. When they get like funneled through that area, yeah, those big troughs, yeah.
That's like swells.
Oh yeah, people do surf here. Yeah, they wear wetsuits. Now that's one of those like parasail type deals down there. Now it's probably going to be wet down here, but yeah, this is like now. Unfortunately, there's no ships coming in today, but there's like the big 1,000-foot ships that like come in. That's another big draw. Like, yeah, the big lake ships. There's some ocean going ones too, but yeah, it's mostly like it's the big like ore freighters. They take the ores like mine like it's a couple hours north of here, then they like bring it down here. They bring it down like steel mills like in Chicago and like the Edmonds Fitzgerald. That's what that was. It was like an ore ship.
Yeah, is that the one that?
Yeah. You see, there's like there's a hills up there. So I live kind of like up in that area, up the hill, like the hillside. Yeah, but yeah.
So you get to overlook the.
Yeah, I mean, well, from where I live, you can't quite see the lake too great, except for you can see it a little bit in the winter. Because sometimes there'll be like some little spot where the ground is raised up, and that's usually where there'll be like some rich guy's house,
Oh.
But obviously, yeah, there's some real rich houses like right up on the crest of the hill there, Yeah.
Let's take a picture here with the aerial work behind us.
Oh, sure, yeah. I just want to show you real quick on Google Earth where it was that we ate. It was down in this area right here, and this is right next to the aerial lift bridge, which goes up and down when the big ships come in. Unfortunately, when we were there, it didn't come up. But anyway, and then after that, we spent the rest of our time coming down onto this piece of land here, this direction, which I'll show more in a second. But here's the whole city of Duluth here. Let's see, big hill. Okay, so you got the big hill there. So we basically stayed in the flat area where you could see the hills, but there's a lot of really nice stuff in the hills. There's actually a lot of like rivers that go through here that you can't really see, but anyway, like white water and rocks and these big wooded drives that you go through where you wouldn't realize that you're even in the city. I mean, Duluth has got to be like one of the most beautiful cities in the country, I got to say, not just because I live there. And it looks like she probably, I don't know which route Google took her to get into the city, but she probably, Okay, a view up like this. Yeah, so I'm thinking, yeah, so she came this way across Minnesota here. She was coming from Fargo. This is, okay, so this is what Becky would have seen coming into town, more than likely. I think this is the way she went. So you come down this big hill here, and then you see the lake and everything. This is Canal Park right here, where that's the main tourist area in Duluth, one of the main tourist areas. And here's where the ships come through this canal here, and then this is a piece of land we were on here called Park Point. It goes all the way down here, and then here's where you get to that gap here. So you can't. So this is where Wisconsin Point, which actually is the beach I usually prefer to go to, even though it's a little bit further because it's just more laid back there. But anyway, yeah. So we spent about 3 hours hanging out between grandma's and then hanging out on this island here, and then I showed her like the place where I go sailing here, and
Okay.
That's how I met you. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
take for a little bit, make some money
Almost
for
ready.
fix my van.
Yeah. So, what do you think of Duluth so far?
I like it. It's really got a lot of charm.
You come down the hill.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. I love
Whoa.
the water and like the surrounding part of the waterfront area.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah. The only thing is, it's the cold weather obviously is what you got to deal with to live here. But if it was warm year round, it'd probably be like too expensive to live here. You know, it'd be like.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't mind throwing on a jacket for a couple hours.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. It's just that negative. Yeah. When it was like that -20 or whatever, that's the tough. Yeah.
that's too much for me.
Yeah. You got to be ready.
Yeah, I'm glad I waited till spring to come visit you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's almost Memorial Day too.
And Becky's lived in her car for a couple of years, or van.
Yeah, I lived in my GMC Jimmy for a while. That's the one you met Tim, right? Yeah, you met my
Yeah.
son Tim.
Yeah. Me and Tim got along real well.
Yeah, and so that's the one I traveled with him in, and then I eventually, I think it was last year, 2 years ago now, I was in Boulder City. What is it? What's over there? Boulder City, Nevada. It's right near Las Vegas. Mm-hmm. And we were driving past, and I saw this van, and I was like, "Oh, that's my van."
Yeah.
So I went in and I got it. It was sitting there for me.
So let's see. So how did do it? Kind of an impromptu interview. This might be the first one.
Okay.
So how did you become a van dweller?
Well, okay, so
Okay, here with Becky. Now, part of what I just said, but she just give you a brief thing. At some point, like a few years back, she got a disability after being on the police force, and then looked for somebody to live cheap, and then tried an RV, and then decided. I mean, I guess it's a question. Like, I think a lot of times, like, see, that seems like actually a good situation because it's what we call a fixed income, but it's still because every month it's going to come there. All you got to do is if you get low enough, you can at least like just sit there and eventually you can save back up.
be replenished the next month.
So that's almost like a tailor made van thing. The other one is maybe somebody who like works on the digital nomad, something like that, or maybe somebody who's retired or
Where there's like jobs that you could do like for a short amount of time, and then you got a big amount of money.
Yeah, I guess it's a question too sometimes maybe between like, because someone could probably find some like town in the middle of like North Dakota and get some house for like $10,000, but they never get to travel, so it's like that's
it.
If you want something you could travel, if you want to get to have fun too,
That's it. I mean, I could have had the lump sum paid for land.
Yeah.
But I decided I was gonna get a vehicle.
Yeah.
And then go traveling because I couldn't afford rent.
Yeah.
And land is expensive too, so.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of at least probably any place you want to live anywhere, right? It's like
Exactly.
maybe someplace really cold.
Someplace cold is cheaper than someplace that's
But-
warm.
Although I'm not sure. Yeah, I think Minnesota's somewhat cheap, but not really. Okay, we got our food coming here.
Wow.
Bowl is very hot.
Okay, thank you.
Do you want ketchup for the fries?
Do you have a little hot sauce too?
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay, we can see how. This is pretty big. We'll have to like
It was huge.
put it over there and cut it or something. Yeah.
Let's see, I'll cut it right in half.
This is Becky's first time trying wild rice, which they say is not actually technically rice, but they call it wild rice. Yeah.
How do you break it apart?
Oh, I don't know.
This is tricky. There we go. I got half. I think. Nope.
So what do you think about wild rice?
The wild rice was really. The wild rice was really good.
There you go.
I like the gravy on it and like the cheese on it, and it was like really rich and filling. Yeah, I like the wild rice. I always liked wild rice.
It's actually and I think a lot of it actually is like done by like actually people in canoes like who get like
That is really fascinating. I'd like to collect some myself.
yeah, you can get like a license to do that. Yeah.
And then to end with, it was a real windy day. There's a lot of wind blowing this direction, so we came down to this area down by the airport, and then we walked up the hill here just to take a look and see, how powerful the wind was for a second and see the waves and stuff. And there was a bunch of people surfing out here.
Okay, me and Becky gotta take a look at it's Sarge. We're gonna take a look at just how see if we can stay in this wind here for a second. Big giant waves. Lake Superior. It would freeze to death in like minutes in this. Okay, I'll just do a quick. Yeah. Oh, see someone surfing out there? Someone's surfers. Yeah, see him? Surfing right there. Yeah. Well, I know they got wetsuits on, but yeah, I don't know really how warm those wetsuits keep you. Yeah. We can go back. This is really good footage. Yeah, that's the city there. Oh, there's some more surfers over there, yeah. My gas about to freeze off here. Sorry, T. Come here, buddy. Sorry.
Sorry.
I need to kick and see it. Flies. Huh? Oh yeah. Yeah, that's amazing how much like a little piece of land can do. And then you can see that actually there's not that much wind hitting like the this part of the shore, which technically in sailing term would be called the lee shore, the leeward side. But then it gets like you can see the wind kind of comes down further out, like there's another surfer coming out. Oh, okay, a lot of these cars are all surfers. That one guy must. Oh, that guy is a surfer. The Vanlife guy was a surfer.
Woo, that was fun. That was cold though.
But now this feels so good.
It was fun. Thank you for showing me around.
Oh yeah, no problem.